Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Measure 2018 Career Mode episode number 87. We're currently in La Vuelta. We're a third of the way through it. It's the end of August. It's been a big time. It's been a big period for us in this final season of this playthrough. Let's continue on. Oh, final pre-selection for the national team, huh? Okay. Have I pre-selected anyone? No, I have not. We definitely need some climbers for this one. And actually, I'm not even... Oh, I do have. Okay, they're all set. They're ready to go. So, stage 7. It's a little bit punchy. Not much should happen in this one, but we'll skip straight to kind of this lower valley just before the end. Final 23 kilometers. We're just about to hit that valley, and then we'll be heading up the other side soon. This climb, most of the climbing is done in that first part, but then it's still uphill to the finish. And there's definitely some fatigue in the field. The breakaway had 5 riders, and they had a good little gap. We've pulled back now down to just 4 riders and just 30 seconds ahead. So we'll catch them very soon. You can see there's 2 parts to this climb, but then it's still an uphill finish. Our main objective is to not get dropped. So for now, we up the effort level to a 90 and try to get these guys to just kind of hang on to their position and not slide backwards. Barring Marita kind of pulling at the front. Mitchelton Scott now doing so. Kind of quick step up there as well. We got a Sunweb rider. So Hamilton's support just got dropped in Simpson. He's right there going backwards. Let's go ahead and set him to auto. And Swerble, you're going to take over the support for Hamilton. Hamilton hanging on to his position a little bit better than the other guys. Breakaway's been caught. No sign of attacks at the front, so we're hanging on well enough. We're just kind of thinning the field a bit. Cohen, who are you protecting, and why aren't you protecting them now? That is a good question. You weren't protecting anyone. You should have been protecting Swerble. Attacking, are we? Youngles, Yates. Looks like they're getting pulled back, though. Okay, little uphill. The serious part of the climb is coming in just a moment. And now we need to push that a little bit harder, just to make sure we don't slide back in these final moments. So DeVos is going backwards. Who is he protecting? That's for Vecchi. Let's get Cohen on for Vecchi then. Because, yeah, there's Simpson long gone. Wait, there's still somebody behind you. Okay, DeVos. Yeah, Cohen. And we've got 5 guys in a prime position near the front, but we're seeing a big acceleration by Sunweb right now. He's being covered off, though. Hamilton. Don't you get lost here, buddy. Okay, what I need right now is I need a little help. Veldeman's done. Voss has already been dropped. For Vecchi, Swirble's about done, so Conchi's going to have to lead out. Vervecchi's going to have to follow. We're going to get just these three guys. Let's get Vervecchi, Hamilton, and Conchi. Maintain position. And then we're going to go for Vervecchi. You're going to follow Hamilton. Hamilton's going to follow Conchi. The only reason for Vervecchi being at the back is because he's at the back. Conchi, you need to accelerate and make sure we don't lose this as we go over the top here. It did just split things down to just 31 in the group. That's the peloton right there. That's the back end. Gegenhardt trying to bridge that gap. And Cohen's there. Let's make sure all these guys are set to auto. Now, for Vervecchi, I want you to go ahead of Hamilton. Come on, Vervecchi, stay on him. Conchi, go ahead and latch on the back end. Vervecchi, we're going to use your gel. And Vervecchi, why are you dropping backwards? These guys aren't riding forward. There you go. Slide forward. Good, good. Okay, 2.5K to go. We're seeing an acceleration by Izagirre and Alaphilippe. I want you to use what you have left, and we're going to set up Hamilton. Conchi's already sliding backwards, but we're going to free up Hamilton for the launch here in just a moment. And here he goes. And he's free. Hamilton is free. 1K to go. 800 meters. Off to the sprint. And he's got second place for the stage behind Peter Sagan. Maybe not. Oh, Simon Yates beats him right to the line. But he does get third. He'll pick up 4 seconds. Bardet fourth. Bernal, Izagirre, Viviani, Lambrecht, Carapaz, Latour, and Nibali are your top 10. Oh, Nibali's not top 10. He's 11th. Vervecchi takes 29th. Conchi takes 38th. Lots of time gaps. So this is actually really good. Good result for Hamilton. After a very, very strange start to La Vuelta. Stage 7. That one pretty much turned out just like it should have. Fortunately, we had to bury Conchi and Vervecchi to get Hamilton to the line, but that's kind of how it works, isn't it? Same time. Okay, same time. Through 66th. There was huge gaps in there. Cohen was literally more than a mile behind. Oh. Well, that's really unlucky and unfortunate. So Hamilton, with his 4 seconds, moves up 1 place ahead of Carapaz to 19th. Conchi doesn't lose time. I suppose that's good, but I cared a lot more about Hamilton, and he should have moved up a bit. We move on to stage number 9. We have a large breakaway that already has a substantial lead today. just in the early kilometers. No chase whatsoever, so they were all allowed to get away. 22 riders in total. 2 of them fell down. It looks like they're about to make contact again. They do. 6 minutes, 40 seconds. We're about to hit the first of 3 climbs on the day. The first 2 over this next little stretch might do some damage to the field. 160k to go overall on the stage. First climb, pace looks not bad. We're allowing the breakaway to get even further away. 8.5 minutes now. We're only seeing hints of fatigue within the team, so the pace is very low. So that's going to help. KOM challenges at the top. May among them. Ben King leads that classification. May, though, just went second. And we go over the top. Now we're going to need to send somebody for water. Simpson, go ahead. So nobody dropped on that first climb. Pace might be different for the second one. And it does appear to be so. We're not getting some recovery, so it looks like kind of as we hit the top of this first climb, that's where things are starting to intensify a bit. We actually do have some riders off the back. Breakaway is shrinking. They're down to 17. And the time is coming down. 6.5 minutes now. Here we go. Second climb. This could start to drop some riders. Cohen looks like he's going to be done soon. He will. Cohen's going out the back. Simpson's not going to last much longer. Oh, Cohen might make it to the top. Not quite. Try to keep up with that group. Maybe you guys are going to make contact. 5 riders. Guys aren't far behind. Set him to auto though. Bring him back to the front. Everybody else is here. $16 riders left in the break. 5-minute gap. 100 in the peloton. Cohen in a chase group of 6 that are nearly there. But they're losing time. No, they're 3.5 minutes behind now, so they're not coming back. So this is it. 102 riders in the peloton. Nobody else. Bit of undulation between here and the finish. We're 58. Okay. Let's send Voss this time, not Simpson. Should be the last time getting water. We're under 50k to go. Just please finish the job before they go back and do it themselves. Good, thank you. Okay, 90. Group's shrinking. Peloton getting smaller. And I think from some rain is beginning to fall. Ooh, big crash that just left Geraint Thomas among those in the crash. That just thinned the peloton significantly. 48 riders now chasing those 16. 3-minute gap. That climb should eat that ride up, especially as it's now down to 2.5 before we ever even reach the climb. Those behind us, I'm not sure they're going to make contact. Those 26, got a chance. Ooh, Sagan now as well. Roland. Blinking red. Let's make sure we stay put here. 43 riders. Chasing 16. Simpson just got dropped. That happened pretty quick. He's already been absorbed by that group behind. Okay. Swerble, you're on Hamilton now. DeVos, Feldman both just hanging on. So this pace before the climb is actually leaving a lot of the riders behind. withdrawal, he was way behind. I think that was a time factor. Okay, DeVos going backwards. We're going to need Veldman's already. Oh, there's Veldman. Right at the edge of the group. Set him to auto. Set DeVos to auto. And for Vecchi is now going to protect Conchi. And we're down to just 4. Peloton's down to 39. 14 riders left off the front. Gap's getting very small already. Swirble's fading. So for Vecchi, move on over to Hamilton. And Swirble's done. About to lose contact. Hasn't officially yet. Now we're down to a peloton of 31. And those groups behind are not coming back, so there were some riders there. Good climbers. At least Geraint Thomas, if no one else, that have been dropped already. And we're seeing more come out of this group. So just 30 have not caught the front riders yet, but I would imagine we will. For Vecchi might be out front, but we're not out front. We're just holding pace here. We're okay. That's Lamarck, who's working at the front and taking the pressure. Conchi and Vervecchi, not much left for them. 14 riders left at the front. Minute 15, minute 10. Oh, time's coming back. Closing them down. And Vervecchi is fading. Conchi, your turn. Should be using everybody's gel. Except Hamilton's, I suppose. He's got to last a while longer. He is now riding solo. Conchi's done. He's out the back. Not responding to any attacks. I'm trying to move up the order a bit. We're starting to get into a rain-snow mix here. And there's the breakaway. There we go. So we follow Schachmann back into contact with some of the favorites. 5.8K, but Hamilton, it's time to use that gel. Make sure we hang in there. There's still 2 riders ahead of us. Who's out there? Casper Asgreen. Vincent. Okay, 2 breakaway riders left. We're down to a group of 20, though, chasing, and Hamilton is nearly done. We're going to have to kind of slide out here. 15 now. And there's 8 riders to the... Oh, Hamilton. He gets dropped. Carapaz there. Donovan, Youngles, Yates, Bernal. There's the finish. Okay, he's not going to lose much time. It'll be a minute or two. This will help divide the field. Simon Yates takes the win over Nairo Quintana, Yanni Zagura, Latour, Moss, Roglic, Bardet, Nibali, Vincent, Bernal. We take 15th on the stage. That'll move us up a little bit. Conchi and Vervecchi. Try to go forward, guys. Oh, too soon, too soon. Full on snow here at the summit. Going a full half hour behind. And plenty of riders still halfway down the mountain. Excuse me. Getting close to the time cut, but it looks like everybody should make it within today. There's 1 hour. 1:05. That might have been the last rider. Time cut. Well, hello there. Fog and snow. So Yates and Quintana, just 9 seconds separating the top 7. That keeps those guys close. Hamilton finishes 2:03 behind. Moves him into 14th overall. Simon Yates has the race lead. Roglic 7 seconds down. Quintana in 3rd. Looks like right now the only one we're close to is Carapaz or Solomon behind us. I suppose that's not bad. 14th overall. My goal is the top 15. I'd love to see a top 10, but realistically, we're trying to get into the top 15. In the early stages of this particular stage, stage 11, I saw possibly the biggest crash that I've ever seen in this game. 80% of the peloton, about 80 riders got caught up in the same crash, and somehow only 2 of my riders were caught up in it. And that was Simpson and DeVos. Simpson, he was back getting water. DeVos was right up near where the crash started, and it happened behind my guys. So a few riders made it through, plus just the 10 or 15 or so at the front that weren't affected, and it wiped out the entire rest of the field. Now, most everybody got up, has caught up, and we move on with a massive breakaway, by the way. 35 riders that now have a near 5-minute gap. The difference, though? Another fall. Wow. There was a good 5 or 6 riders who didn't get up from that crash. Thomas has fallen by himself. At the moment, we have 63. Something's going on with this stage. More falls. Thomas out of the race. Garrett Thomas out of the race. And at the moment, we are really not having the group behind us pull us back. 5 riders got back on, but it's been quite a while. And here we go again. Winding roads. DeVos, Conchi are caught up in this one. More riders. I think somebody else just fell as they went past us. Okay, both DeVos and Conchi are up. I'm going to have DeVos grab water for these 2 while they're here. And then back at the front, we have just 31 in the peloton right now, smaller than the breakaway group is. And let's send Simpson to get water for these guys. Still 78k to go. Okay, DeVos, Conchi. You can see they're just about there. Make sure we're not getting dropped here, Conchi. Simpson's been dropped. So this climb was serious enough. Looks like Cohen's going the wrong way too. Cohen was protecting Hamilton. Vervecchi's the one now of done here. Let's get Swerble to relinquish his duties, and then Cohen at the back. So just 34 in the peloton, and guaranteed some of these riders that have been left behind. I mean, look at, you've got 4 Sky Riders right here. Looks like they might be making contact here in just a little bit. Excuse me. But there are definitely guaranteed some riders that are out the back that were in good positions in the overall. Speaking of overall, there's Peter Sagan in the green jersey wearing the number 1. for Kinnick Quick-Step. He is winning a lot of stages. We had 2 sprint stages since we started this episode. He won both of them. Those guys still haven't come back. We're up to 40 as we're pulling back riders from the break. The break is shattering one by one because of the pace. Veldman, Swerble just hanging on. We're going to be down to Vervecchi and Hamilton here pretty soon. This is the second of the kind of final climbs of the day. Swerble and Veldman both set those guys to auto. And we're down to just Vervecchi and Hamilton at the front. 27 now. Gaps aren't massive. It's only 9 minutes. But the field is spread out all over the place. This is the closest group to regaining contact. It looks like they might make it. No wonder. Nibali and Kwiatkowski here. I'm surprised that Kwiatkowski is going because Donovan's in 12th. I mean, why is he chasing so hard? The others are getting dropped. Later. Oh, so are we, though. Swerble and Veldman. Nope, just keeping contact. Nibali, Donovan, Kwiatkowski trying really hard. Atapuma's going out the back. Millard. Kelderman hanging on at the edge. Shockman's back here. Vervecchi just hanging on, but Hamilton's doing fine. We've got technically 3 hills left to go, just the one categorized one. And I have no idea how far away the breakaway is anymore. Well, 2 minutes. 2 minutes to the front. So the breakaway is going to hang on for the win. Swerble got dropped. He's with Carapaz. Gino Mader. Mader is... Oh, he's 42nd. Carapaz is 13th. He's the one ahead of Hamilton in the standings. Okay, we're back to 34. Veldman has regained contact. If he recovers a little bit, we will get him back in here to take over for Vervecchi. But here we go into that climb. The uncategorized one. Vervecchi burning some energy here, trying to hang on. Okay, we're down to 15 riders off the front. 4 of them just over a minute ahead. 11 of them at about 2 minutes ahead. Veldman's been dropped again. Garcia Cortina has been dropped. Suko. Getman is getting dropped. Kwiatkowski, who worked so hard to get back on, is losing contact. Schlegel. Donovan kind of just hanging on, his shoulders really bobbing side to side. Vervecchi is just hanging on. Let's use his gel so that he can stick around a little bit longer, hopefully. Hamilton's doing great, though. But he will be on his own here in just a little bit. But with such a small peloton, I expect some key riders to lose some time here in the next little bit. Oh, another big fall. Greipel. And that far back, Group A21. Could Greipel be out of this race? Possibly. Okay, Vervecchi's gel kicking in right now. And he's going to go backwards. 14 ahead of us. It's less than 2 minutes now, but I don't think we're going to catch back up to them. Vervecchi recovers. In the short term, anyway. And now he's going backwards. No, still hanging on. Recovering again. So we don't have much pace, yeah? The gap's out to 3 minutes. Is this a chance for Hamilton to attack this group and gain some time? I think he's far enough down the standings that they'd let him go. Maybe. No, you know what? He's Maybe we do it on the final climb, but we don't do it here. Four minutes. Yates attacking. Go Hamilton. Go, go, go. That's the top. Technical descent. It's going to be hard to actually attack in any way, shape, or form through here. Ooh, Gaudu ahead. Yates, Kwiatkowski, Moss. Okay, Moss and I have gotten away. No, just for a moment there. There we go. Again, a little separation. Let's work together. I don't know why Moss doesn't want to work with me, but okay. There's Vervecchi again. Come on, back up here. Here's the uphill. Not 99. We just caught a bunch of breakaway riders. Go and use your gel. We're close to the end. 5K to go. Four and a half K. Little separation. 33 seconds ahead, just like that. 3K to go. Just two riders left ahead of us. We're not going to take the stage, but can we gain some time over the field? It's 2.8K. Pulling these two guys along, but it's only 1.5K. 1K to go. Casper Asgreen takes the stage. Lamarck, those two coming back at me, but hopefully it's not everybody else. There's Bardet. Takes sixth. And just ahead of the group. I'll be really bad if they end up on the same time as me. I should have 20 seconds. Sagan wins that sprint, but that group was more than 20 seconds behind us. So if we don't get screwed over, we'll have pulled back 20 seconds on this stage. And actually, I should have, it should be more than 20 seconds, it should be about 25. I should have the same time as, Geniez, Caruso, Bardet. The four of us should be on the same time, so that should be about 5 seconds better. I was counting the time from when I crossed to Sagan, but I crossed with those guys. Asgreen and Lamarck were ahead. And then Geniez, Caruso, Bardet, and I came in. Then Sagan and the pack. And other riders are losing time. Remember that as well. So we've got a number of withdrawals today. We'll have to check this out. This was another crazy stage. It's been a very strange La Vuelta. This was the first crazy stage within this episode after the first 6 stages were pretty much all weird and unusual. This one had more crashes than you could count, and it was dry. It wasn't raining, but it was just crash after crash. Really split the field. And then the massive breakaway. And the gap. Yes, we do. We have a time gap. It's 19 seconds. Okay. Sure. I counted 20 for me, And I definitely was a few seconds behind Genius, but still, 19 seconds is 19 seconds. I'll take it. Let's first look at the withdrawals. Whew. Thomas, Youngles, Uman, Latour. Wow. Palace as well. That is... Rasmus Tiller. That is a lot of big names. What does that do to the standings? That puts us up to 11th. So Simon Yates still in the lead. Roglic, Quintana, Izaguirre, and Bardet are your top 5. And then Bernal, Nibali, Moss, Adam Yates, Mark Donovan. So they did get him to recover. He's now into the top 10. I'm up to 11th place. And almost 45 seconds ahead of Solomon. More than a minute ahead of Ron. Ben King is 14th. So really, there's not much. The time gaps start getting really big pretty much after me. Donovan and I are a little ways behind too. You've got kind of 8-9 competitors left with some sort of chance, and then we're kind of falling into that next tier. Can we push into the top 10? It's possible. Bernal is the main rider for Sky, so maybe Donovan buries himself. Though that time it was Kwiatkowski who bailed him out. Kwiatkowski down to 21st. He gave everything to get Donovan back into the group. Hamilton into 3rd now on the under 25s. It's Donovan ahead of us in 2nd, just 22 years old. Bernal now at 24 here in game. Well, that was interesting. That was very interesting. So that stage is now behind us. Looking at the profile going forward. So we're on to 12. That's punchy. There's not much to it. There really isn't. Stage 13. It won't be big time gaps, but there will definitely be small time gaps there. 14 again. Here's where things get interesting. 15. Time trial on 16. 17, another climb. 18, a sprint. 19, that's one fairly long climb. And 20, back-to-back climbs with a sprint on 21. We reconnoitered a few stages. I think it's this section, like 13, 14, 15, and 17, something like that. So we should have some bonuses through there. It's an interesting race. We're going the right direction. Bax won a race the other day, by the way. And there we are, 15th in the Super Prestige. Not a lot of points coming in right now while we're in the middle of the race. But we are well clear of Trek and Bahrain Merida, Katusha Alpecin, so looking pretty good. We're not that far off from possibly going 2 to 3 spots higher if we can get a good result. Top 10 might move us up a little bit. We'll see though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. That's going to do it for this episode. Be sure to hit that like button and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.